world where there's only bees everywhere, one man will get stung and die. The end.
Only one man?
Only one
Bees
man.
everywhere, one man.
That's pretty good
What are the
statistics for
odds?
the
Yeah.
men.
Is this a copy?
I don't know where I was going with that. It's just complete improv.
Oh, well, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Welcome to
So
the
that's-
Soulcast
yeah.
episode 20, everyone. Obviously, you will have recognized myself and Maxwell's voices. Say ahoy, Maxwell.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. But we are joined with a special guest this week, Drew67% symbol.
Whoa.
How would you like us to refer to you as Drew or something else for the remainder of the podcast?
Just call me Drew or
Yeah.
Drew67.
Yeah,
I don't know, just
Drew67%
Drew.
symbol.
Yeah, alright, that's how I'm gonna refer
That's
to you
excessive.
every single time now.
Yeah.
Or can we call you percent symbol for short?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bit more logical.
No, just Drew. Come on.
Yep, that's
Right.
fair. Who are you, Drew, and why have you decided you want to be on the podcast?
Hi, I'm Drew. So I really like indie games, and I'm very passionate about that sort of scene. I've played a lot of games over the years. Here in the Soulcast or whatever, I like to talk about game design and just game developments and stuff. Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry.
It's just in general, who are you to the audience? And I think that pretty much answers it.
Yeah.
So this will probably be
Yeah.
a more dev focused podcast for the majority of it. Which is why
I have a lot of aliases, so it's like my Twitter is two flower, like not like two flower as in like two and then flower, but it's like too much flour.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're baking and it's like too much. You put in so many flour in these cookies. It's like, oh, that's too flour, man.
Is there deeper meaning behind it, or is it just?
What's the context? You have to analyze this name.
So it's actually a reference to a character in a book. There's this book by Terry Pratchett called The Color of Magic, and one of the main characters is Two Flower, but it's actually spelt like two flower, like two, the number two, and then flower, like like a rose or something.
So
yeah,
it's to avoid getting sued.
I guess
to avoid that copyright.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Yeah, I really I like the book, so I was like, hey, maybe I'll make this a cool username.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Nice.
I also have another alias, Dandy Feller. I upload a lot of game OSTs and stuff. I make it a hobby where it's like I don't find a soundtrack or whatever on YouTube, and I was like, hey, someone needs to upload this. I should do it. And then I just kind of like upload like all the OSTs that haven't been uploaded, and yeah, I've uploaded a bunch of tracks like from like Grimm's Hollow and The Longing. I've
my favorite game.
Yeah, I was about to say Desh's favorite video game of all time.
Yeah, I love The Longing. It's a very interesting game where you're just like spending all your time kind of just like waiting for time to pass, and it's a very interesting mix of like an idler game with other game genres.
It generally does have a good soundtrack. I love the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
It's pretty banging. So me and Maxwell have been pretty fucking busy. These last couple of weeks. We had exams kick off last Friday. And they continue till the end of this Friday. So
man, I had so much fun making up my own formulas for physics.
Yeah, we had a physics exam.
I forgot the ones that we're supposed to use
last Friday, and I absolutely fucked that.
Oh yeah.
But we also had maths.
Me as
and
well.
I reckon I did alright in math.
I still need to brush up on my maths.
Yeah. Are you still in school? Or?
No. I graduated high school like more than a few years ago, maybe half a decade. I don't know. And I tried doing college, but then like I had this English professor that was like so hard and difficult and stuff. It's like every week an essay,
Yeah.
and you have to learn all these different things, and it's like every day I was in there, my head was just completely and totally fried,
Yeah. No.
and I was like, I don't think college is really. Yeah, I don't have the money to kind of really support myself for college. I don't really have a set goal for college, and I'll just rack up debt for no reason. So then it's like, I was like, yeah, I don't think college is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How does
fair
how does
enough.
college work in like America? Is it like, do you choose a like courses or like a degree or like this one thing to work towards, or is it more just like an extension of like generic learning?
Well, first you like you pick a college, like something that like something nice, like maybe Harvard or some community college. I went to a community college because it was the cheapest, and I so with American colleges, you pick two subjects or whatever. You pick your major and then your like I don't think I forget what it's called, the minor, and then you kind of like just build credits or whatever by just staying there, studying and passing exams and stuff, and it's just I don't know. I
Oh,
just
so you get like college points just by being at the college and doing stuff.
you get college points
You
essentially.
get XP,
Yeah.
college XP.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. What was your major then? What were you going for?
Liberal arts.
Whoa. All right, so sick. What have you? I mean, we've been studying for exams, and what have you been up to this last few weeks?
I recently joined this game jam called Jame Gam, or no, hang on.
What the? Oh my god.
Big
Yeah, no,
brand
yeah,
name.
yeah. Jame Gam, and
Jam.
there was a theme recently for it, and it was like it was oh crap, it was light. No, it was darkness, and the object was a light bulb. So I thought about it, and it's like I pitched an idea or whatever. All right, so what if there was a top-down game, or it's a top-down action survival game where you are trying to avoid the night monsters, and you're trying to trying to stay like in the light, and then trying to set up light bulbs so that you can gather resources for your big light bulb, and
Oh yeah, I think
And
I
you can't-
saw. I think I saw something you posted in the server about this. Say.
yeah, I could probably repost it in the VC text.
Yeah, if you want Max to have a look.
Yeah, I'll have a squeeze at it.
So I drew some like concept art for
Oh
this
yeah,
thing.
I did see this.
How long is the
Yeah,
jam?
yeah.
Like deadline?
It's been a few days or whatever. It's like when I posted the concept art, it was like 6 days, and now it's 5. It's gonna be 4 and stuff. So I kind of just tossed this idea out there. I wasn't expecting it to really pick any like traction or whatever. I was kind of like just shooting in the dark, and I got contacted by 2 people that want to help. I have a programmer that wants to try and help like make this thing a reality. I have someone on sound design, and I'm kind of excited, and I'm also really super anxious, like to see if this thing will actually pick up or not.
Yeah. Well, are you doing anything, or are you just like coordinating the whole project?
I'm essentially the game design director, and I'm also the main artist.
Yeah. Okay.
Head honcho.
Big man.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that like game design director sounds a little like not pretentious, but like it sounds kind of funny or whatever. It's like it's kind of like you're the ideas guy, but it's another like ascended beyond the ideas
the
guy. where
ideas
it's
guy
like,
that controls the ideas in all the other people.
I think like as a design director or whatever, I have a more like clearer focus and idea on like what sort of game I want to make, and I think I have I think it's I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of ideas for games before, and it's just I've just generally have ideas all the time with
Yeah.
things, and games is just a huge thing that I have ideas for, and I'm never really able to really communicate those ideas because I need to learn how to code and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's frustrating because
fair
it's
enough.
like I go into like Godot or whatever, and I was like, all right, I want to make a game. I want to like sit down. I'm gonna type up a bunch of code. I'm gonna make something that's great, and I just kind of stare blankly into like just the nodes or whatever, and then
Yeah.
the scripts, and I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think it's beneficial for like the people in charge of the game design to have some understanding of the technical limitations too. So that's why
Yeah.
I don't think they need to be like a super programmer themselves, but as long as they have like some concept of how like whatever engine you're using works and what can actually be realistically be done in a time frame, that's when having that knowledge kind of helps.
Yeah. I feel
I
like
just-
I'm kind of. Oh, sorry.
oh sorry.
You want to talk first, or?
I just want to say like all I just want to do is like just move around a bunch of objects by pressing buttons and stuff. That's all I really need to know to make games.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm kind of in like that bracket, like what you said, Dash. Because like I've coded before. Like I've tried to make my own games in like Unity or like Game Maker, whatever. And it turns out I'm not the like sharpest tool when it comes to programming. So I've kind of gone with the art direction. But I still have that like general knowledge of how computers work and like how like the engines work and stuff.
Yeah,
So
like
I can sort of have an understanding of like limitations and stuff.
Yeah, because like when you bounce ideas off me for what to do, and I tell you like why that can or can't happen, you do have like some understanding of why.
Yeah.
But it does, at the same time, you don't have to be coding the games, right?
That's true.
You can't really complicate things too much when it comes to like coding or whatever, or just design in general.
Yeah. Well, cool. So that is what 4 days, and that'll be the jam done.
Yeah, and I'm worried if it's actually like if we're gonna be able to get past the prototyping phase. We got through the pre-prototyping phase, which involved like a lot of planning and like what's everybody gonna do, and what are some things we could probably add in this game and stuff.
Yeah, pre-development.
Yeah, it's good to do pre-development before doing like actual development. It's just trying to plan things out and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And
especially for game jams too. Even like longer game jams. Because you don't want to like build your whole fucking infrastructure, and then in like the last day you're trying to add like some crucial element, and then it doesn't even work because of the way that you've made the rest of the game. So it's good to set that all out at the start.
Yeah.
I mean, game jams go really fast too. Like
They do. Damn.
yeah, this one's gonna go like pretty quickly, and I'm worried if it's gonna be finished or not.
yeah, are you planning to work on it afterwards or nah? Like the deadline?
I think if we get a prototype on and stuff, I think that's really just anything after that is like really great, honestly. But having that prototype is just good. But after the game jam, I might want to make it into like a more fleshed out thing where you could probably like it's good enough to buy or something.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, it's a good concept that you can definitely do a lot of stuff with. So it's certainly something that you can polish up.
Yeah, so I think in this prototype game, it's gonna be like a forest, and I think you go into shacks and try to like find resources and stuff. But I think contextually it doesn't really make any sense. But we're kind of just going with it.
Yeah,
and we're just gonna
Fair
make
enough.
a really cool game jam. But when I try to make this into like its own thing or whatever, I might want to like maybe like try to get some inspiration from Luigi's Mansion. Have you guys ever played that game?
I have not. I
I think I
however,
played one like ages ago.
I
but
do remember
not-
being at PAX last year, and like there's a line for like the latest Luigi's Mansion game was like
Oh.
wrapped around
yeah,
the
it
building
was-
like 3 times. I was like, oh my
Mm.
god, there's a lot of people.
I actually played the newest Luigi's Mansion 3, and it wasn't. I think it's really easy to compare it to like the first experiences you've had like playing like older games and stuff, but I still felt like Luigi's Mansion 3 was just a really easy game overall, and it wasn't really that satisfying. And like I think one thing I really liked about the first game is like how the progress felt, but I think at the same time I was also younger, and like I didn't know how to play games all that much, and
Yeah.
it was more difficult, but like it was very satisfying to see progress, because then you can just like you can backtrack and you can go through all the levels you went through, and Luigi does like a confident like whistle as he just goes through like these places that he got through, but then when he goes into like some darker areas, then it's like he starts like humming, but he's really scared and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think with this concept, what I would want to do is I would kind of try to make a game that's something that I would enjoy, and I mean that's generally what you want to do as a developer.
Yeah, if you're
Mm.
playtesting the game and you're not having fun like playing it, then you might want to be
Yeah,
like
it's not-
rethinking some
That's
things.
not really like a
Yeah,
good sign.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have some ideas for this game where it's like I think early on with the light bulbs and stuff, I want it so that like when you're playing the game, you feel very vulnerable, but you're safe because you're trying to navigate through all the lights and stuff. But then later in the game, you have this sense of empowerment when you figure out how to like deal with the monsters better, and the game is probably going to be more difficult and stuff, because I mean I'm generally a stickler for like games that have difficulty and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, sweet. Does it have a name?
I'm I don't know what to call it yet, but for now it's called like Lightmare, which sounds really stupid and generic, so it's a name subject to change.
Yeah, it's a good like jam name. Like that's
Yeah, I reckon.
you rarely get like super like deep names for game jam games.
It's not that deep. It's just like it's Nightmare, but it's Lightmare, so it's like
Yeah, no, but it
It's
catches
like-
people's
Yeah,
attention.
like
yeah.
there's still like an element of cleverness to it.
I mean I try.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. So you've been up to doing that. I think you also wrote down on what you wanted to talk about was like building game development communities. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Not just not necessarily game development communities, because I mean I think there's like a few of those out there, but like I kind of want to make more like indie game communities, or try to like enrich a culture of that of people that just really like indie games and want to talk about these really weird obscure games.
Yeah.
And it's actually really it's difficult also to really kind of just get these communities off the ground, because I think that with Discord and a bunch of other social media stuff, it's very saturated with a bunch of like it's saturated with a lot of bigger titles and stuff, like I don't know, like Fortnite or something.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of communities based around that, and there's a lot of big interest in games that everybody already knows about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with like indie games and stuff and really obscure titles, there isn't I think this is a bit of a complicated topic.
Yeah.
It's harder to kind of gauge a sort of an interest in like indie games in general, but like for specific bigger name indie games like maybe Celeste or whatever,
Yeah.
they have more
Celeste,
thriving
Hollow Knight,
communities.
yeah. Celeste, Hollow
So-
Knight, Don't Starve, like all those, like they're
Y-
indie,
yeah,
but
the-
they're still like massive.
They're still popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I almost want to call them like AA games or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
So like it's hard to really establish a general gaming community first off, because if you're too generalized towards like a bunch of different things, then your community is like very generic.
Yeah,
And
it has no identity, right?
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing that makes it stand out. And with indie games, it's also difficult to really establish an indie game community, because indie games are kind of a niche in a way, and I think it's kind of hard to really put these weird things out there, because not a lot of people really know about these things, unless it's like some bigger guy with a huge following kind of just like puts you in the spotlight, and then boom, you have like a bunch of people that want to play your game.
Yeah, and not everyone wants to spend like $10 to test out a game that they've never even heard of before. Have no, there's no like quality assurance when people buy an unknown game, right? Which is why.
Yeah, it's like a gamble. It's like an investment kind of thing.
There's also less of I think there's less of a boundary if a game is free, and there's some games out there that are free, but then there's also some games that are like that have a price point. But what usually sells them is if it's on like Steam's storefront and stuff. Like, not too many people use itch.io yet, but
Yeah.
I'm starting to advocate towards like using itch.io a little more, because it's you support the developers more.
Way more,
and,
yeah, because Steam
there's
taking
less cut for publisher.
Steam taking a third of like all profit off like
I think it was 30%, but yeah.
Yeah, a
it's
third.
nuts.
Yeah,
It's still a lot. Like,
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, like Steam's okay, I guess. It's just the thing that people really like to use all the time.
yeah, it's really big.
And I think with Steam or whatever, it's hard to get your game out there, because it needs to be kind of really front and center and on like some storefront, and I think you need to pay like extra money to have it advertised and stuff. But then there's also like certain curators or whatever that like sometimes they're like, hey, check out this cool game. I thought it was cool, and I mean, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. No, most of like the indie games that come up on my Steam page are just in the like new and trending section, like down the bottom, and I have no idea how games actually get there.
I like that one thing Steam does is they have a feature called like the deep dive or something, where you can like set like these sliders, and you can just find these really weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can find these weird games.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, is that with like the new Steam Lab stuff that came out like a few months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not had much of like a play with it. But to be fair, I have far too many games than I have time to play them, so I'm just kind of like not buying games. So I'm not really looking for many at the moment. I have like Katana Zero, Moonlighter, like Into the Breach, bloody both Portal games.
Oh, you got a lot of cool games.
And you also have the bundle from
Yeah,
Itch
and
as
then
well.
I have every single like 700 games from like the Black Lives Matter bundle. So,
yeah, I have that as well. I'm yet to dig through any of those.
I have so much shit
depth.
that I have, and I don't have time to play like any of it.
No, well, we have holidays coming up. Although, yeah, you.
I
have
don't.
work
Yeah,
as
I
well,
work
so.
every single day. But I will.
It's kind of hard to kind of sift through all that all that stuff.
Yeah. Do you have the Black Lives Matter itch bundle?
I do. I also happen to be a moderator for. I also happen to be a moderator for like that subreddit. No, not that subreddit. There was another subreddit that was. All right, so the itch.io subreddit or whatever, it's been abandoned, but like the people can't really moderate it, and people that want to try and take it over, it's not possible. So then we made like a new one, like the new itch.io subreddit, and we were trying to grow that, and it was kind of really tricky. We tried to have like topics or whatever. I posted like one where it's like the Game Maker's Toolkit game jam, and then there was going to be a huge discussion, and I typed in all this discussion post. I put a lot of effort into it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to get people to really want to talk, and nobody really talked.
Yeah,
It was
no,
just-
I fucking we feel you, bro. That's literally us
Yeah.
every single week with Tell Us Tuesday and stuff. But
Yeah.
you know,
How many weeks has it been since we got like a response on Twitter?
let's
Tell Us
let's
Tuesday?
have a look. So we had
I reckon it's been like at least 4. maybe
nothing
5.
there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Oh, and then
I
we
think
had
with,
we had one like 6 weeks ago from space.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
with
us.
some
We
of
had
these
that big Risky Rain run.
with some of these discussions, I'm kind of worried that I try to I'm gonna end up kind of repeating myself or just talk about games that I've probably already talked about, and I mean, I think for some of these discussions to really be more insightful and stuff, I guess it depends on the question, but it's maybe that's a lot to ask.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be. I've got each week we discuss the question on the Soulcast. So that's really, it kind of forces us to come up with questions that we know there is content to talk about.
Yeah.
But there are weeks where when we get to that segment and we're like, well, here's my answer, but I don't know how to extend a conversation about this for 15 minutes. And then those are the questions we know that probably questions like that aren't really, because it's really hard we have to balance the demographics of people who just want to write something really fast and don't really think about it, and then as well as also having a question that can be delved into deeply.
Yeah, because you get a mix of those kind of responses, which is also a good reason why we swapped to posts instead of story posts on Instagram, because the character limit seriously hindered a lot of the responses on it now, and we can actually get paragraphs and some really interesting discursive comments and responses now, which is really
and you mean you can
good.
see what other people have said, and
Yeah, and it kind of starts up more of a conversation too, rather than just a submission.
yes, let me just insert whatever my favorite game is, regardless of the question.
Yeah.
I think this is a good segue to talk about last
Perfect.
week's Tell Us Tuesday. Oh, fuck, I'm dying. Which was, what is it word for word? It was a game that you would recommend to someone who has never really played video games before.
I was gonna say Yoshi's Island.
Yeah?
I mean, I already talked about Yoshi's Island a while ago, or whatever, in one post, and I felt super anxious. It's oh, should I repost this? It's I had some cousins or whatever that came over, and they were they were younger or whatever, and all the bigger adults were partying and stuff, and the kids were just really bored. So I pulled out some 3DSs that were modded,
Oh.
and I gave one of them Yoshi's Island to play with, and it was very fun to just watch them struggle trying to get over a pit. It's not it's a pit they can just fall down and instantly die, because that would be awful. But its tutorial section was really nice. There was probably one hazard there, and there was just a shy guy. And what I really like about its design is that there's just a pit that you need to get over. That's the main hurdle. And it's very easy to get over if you're really experienced, but if you're new to gaming, it's gonna be tough. And then when you get over the pit, you feel you're you're really good at video games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Nintendo in general does a pretty good job at making entry level games that are
Oh,
accessible.
yeah, that's for sure.
Especially
I would-
just the Wii as a console, everything on there.
I would
That was
argue
the
that,
entryway for a lot of people. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
I'm sorry.
That's
I would argue that later entries in Nintendo's lineup or whatever, they would their designs would become more streamlined and easier. But earlier titles, they're still trying to figure out design overall, and it's very fun to see how they kind of try to approach these sort of things. like with how to try and be accessible towards a wide audience, but trying to have like but it still has some difficulty to it that I don't know. Is it? I don't think it would be unintentional per se, but like it's just I just really like their earlier designs more than some of their later designs, like the modern Nintendo.
Yeah, because I when I play like modern Pokemon games, I'm kind of like, man, this is like kind of like simple and straightforward and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that's how much of a shift that is in design compared to just the fact that I was like fucking 10 when I was playing the old Pokemon games.
Like, were you playing like Diamond and Pearl or something?
I grew up on, I had Heart Gold, and then
Oh, that's good.
and then like the
I had
bulk,
Diamond.
then the bulk was like black and white too. I don't remember which ones I had. I remember I had whichever one gave me Zekrom both times because I remember I had to like alternate between them. So I got Zekrom. I don't know why. I guess just as a 11, 10-year-old, I didn't really like Reshiram.
I haven't really played much Pokemon, but like I had these cousins that were like really super into Pokemon, and I mean I would hang out with them and I would like play some of the games that they had, and it was a really fun experience. But I mean I haven't played the much older like Pokemon games, like the ones on the Game Boys and stuff.
Yeah, no, neither. I have no idea what they're like.
Yeah, neither have I.
I mean,
I think it would be
they remade like Ruby and Sapphire.
yeah for the 3DS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it also they recently stopped like producing 3DSs and stuff.
Oh, that's
I
tragic.
did hear about that. I saw a post about it. Yeah, and it was yeah, they've discontinued the 3DS now.
That's sad.
It's kind of
That's
sad.
tragic. Yeah.
I remember the birthday where I got my red 3DS, and the game that it came with was Animal Crossing New Leaf or whatever it was.
I used to play the hell out of Wild Worlds, dude. Animal Crossing Wild Worlds was the shit. I never got New Leaf though, because I think it was only for like 3DS, and I only had a DS Lite. That was a pleb, but it still served me well. So
I tried getting into Animal Crossing, and I kind of liked it early on when there's like all these really quirky characters and stuff, but I think at some points it's like I was playing the game and I was like, what am I really supposed to do now? I mean, I could probably tend to things and do some fishing or
Yeah.
but like I kind of caught myself. I was like, I don't know if I'm having fun with this game anymore.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
mean-
fair. I don't reckon I could play it now. I feel like I'd just be fucking wasting my time in this.
Yeah, so would I.
yeah.
They're just like my like 8-9-year-old self was like, oh yes, hop on to Animal Crossing, say hi to all the friends on there, go shake trees, get money, buy furniture, deck out my house, go say hello to people. Oh, it's this dude's birthday today, I gotta go say hi to him. Oh, pick the weeds out of the ground, keep it all nice and tidy, find some fossils, and I would find that like fun as like I'd find that productive for myself. My 8-9-year-old brain would be like, yes, this is a good use of my time. But now I don't know if I'd get even the slightest fraction of like the kick that I was getting.
No, because
I was
feel...
a little tempted
to
to I was a little tempted to get the new Animal Crossing. Is it called the New Leaf? No,
No,
it's
New Leaf is the one I had on 3DS. Yeah.
something Horizon.
New Horizons, I think maybe.
New
Yeah,
Horizon.
I think it was New Horizons or something. I'm sure it is something along the lines of Horizon.
I thought about it getting it,
Yeah,
but I mean, I think what really kept me from getting the game was the $60 price point. I mean, it's commonplace for AAA games to have like you have to pay $60 to like get a game, but like I felt like with just some of that, just with the cost or whatever, it wasn't really worth it.
Mm.
I mean, yeah. I'm just not too sure about the product. I'm like I've heard about it. I've seen some gameplay from like Vinesauce or something, like some funny gameplays. But like, I don't know if I could really justify spending that much money for a game when I could probably spend $60 worth of games and get like maybe 6 games or something out of that, maybe more.
That's true.
Yeah. No, AAA, like, I don't know. I'm not spending fucking $100 on just one game.
I think
they're trying to raise the price to $70.
Yeah, that's what I heard for the like the PS5 like Sony releases. That they're bumping them all up from like the 60 to 70, which is close to like 100 AUD now. Dash. So
Yeah, 96 Australian dollars.
100
Oh,
bucks,
what the
100
fuck?
bucks for one game
What
on the PS5.
fuck?
You could buy like half a console with that kind of money.
I know, it's nuts. You could, yeah.
No.
Is it because of like the economy or something?
I think it's because I think they're like trying to save money with the like release of the actual console itself. So to like break even, or to like break a profit, they have to charge slightly more for the PS5 games. Like only for the Sony ones. So like the Spider-Man ones and whatever else Sony has the rights to. In terms of like development.
I mean, look, people are gonna buy it anyway. Why would they not charge more?
Exactly.
They'll charge whatever
to them,
people are
if
gonna
they
pay.
already if it's already in their sites, they're gonna go, you know, what more is $10, and then they'll just, you know, bam, 70 USD.
I don't think that's really fair, honestly.
Well, I don't agree with it, but that is capitalism in in full, in all.
I have a kind of stupid like counter like proposition. Like, what if instead of like increasing the dollars by 10, like I mean, wait, no. I think when it comes to selling games, you usually want to sell it like you want to really get those high numbers early on and stuff. But like, what if the games costed like less? Like, but not
So you
like
sell more copies, or
it can't cost $20 or like anything less than that, because there's like a certain level of prestige when you like have these products or whatever like cost that much. I think $30 overall for a triple, 30 maybe 40 is a little pushing it, but like 30 bucks for a game, that's like people would want to buy more games overall because they would have more I mean, and during these you know, these events, it's like people would want to buy games more because they have they could probably buy like one game and then it's like, oh, maybe I'll buy this game, and it's still gonna cost like $60, but like you get like some games out of it and you got some variety. And with a console, you want to have like a lot of games to really play with and stuff to kind of justify having it.
Yeah,
like that definitely works for the consumer.
Yeah,
but do you think from like a seller's point of view that will maybe like have, you know, like you'll be getting less money per copy sold, but do you think you'll be getting more copies overall? So you might have like a similar feedback, but you just get
yeah. It could balance out if there's like a lot of people kind of just buying games more, but at the same time it's a little risky, and I think because it's a little risky, they don't want to risk it.
Yeah, I don't see the way that like they market like these massive AAA titles is like, this is the trending game at the moment. If you have the console, you have to be playing this game. Like when Red Dead came out, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much they would have charged for Red Dead. It could have been $150, right? But everyone would have still had to play Red Dead because that was the trend, right? It was the AAA trend. And when whatever's coming out next, fucking Cyberpunk, right? They can charge whatever they want for Cyberpunk. That's going to be the one game that people need to have, the trending title.
Yeah, although because like you have price,
think,
which is maybe starting to stop to be. Oh my gosh, can't speak. So you have prices maybe not being so much like the limiting factor now. But I reckon a new thing that might be emerging now for like limiting factor is storage for games. Like I've heard a lot of people that are being completely like deterred off of games that are like over like 150 gigabytes. Like I've deleted like the newest Modern Warfare because it was over like 150. Like it went to like 200 or something, and I'm like, you know what, I'm getting rid of this. And I've seen people talking about the newest Call of Duty, and they're like, if it's over, you know, like 100 and something gigabytes, I'm not getting it. So,
why is it that many gigabytes?
I don't know.
Fucking
it's
huge.
nuts. Like Tarkov released a new map, and that game has like some insane like level of detail, and it was like 1 gigabyte or like 2 gigabytes or something. And then you have like Modern Warfare. It's like, oh, new map, you know, 30 gigabytes per month. It's like, yeah, fuck off. I have to, you know, I wanna play like the multiplayer, just like, you know, deathmatch, and then have like, you know, the campaign, just like a normal sized game, and then it tries to inflate it with like, you know, oh, here, have some Warzone. I don't care about Warzone. Have some, you know, brand new maps that aren't optimized or anything like that, and then it makes me want to download like hours worth of content. Like I have to wait hours. I have to delete other games off my hard drive just to play the same stuff that I was already playing before. It's ridiculous.
Wipes your entire hard drive just to play a single game.
Yeah, no, because I ended up having to delete all the other Modern Warfare games and Black Ops games to get the newest Modern Warfare, and then I got sick of the newest Modern Warfare, deleted it, and then I played all the other old games again.
Dude.
So yeah.
No, I don't think I have a game that's like bigger than 20 megabytes.
I have Apex Legends installed on my computer, but I never played it, and I mean, I generally get anxious when I play multiplayer games, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna get like completely floored and rolled, or I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I get the same feeling a lot of the time.
And I feel like I get anxious to a point where it's like, maybe I'll play this if I have a few buddies like that want to play it also, and maybe that will be more fun because I'm playing with people that I know. And I kind of wait for that chance, but it never really shows up, so I end up just never really playing these games.
Yeah, I hate playing team games with like strangers, like complete strangers.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bruh. Like I cannot play League of Legends like solo queue. Like, jeez.
Yes, the solo queue hell, basically.
It's just like, look, I'm not fucking very good at the game because I don't play it a lot. And if I ever try like play online PvP, I just get flamed no matter what the fuck I'm doing. So
yeah.
I tried to like start up like probably like a practice podcast or whatever, and one of the subjects that was brought up happened to be like just the same exact thing we're talking about right now. Like we were talking about some things early on, like, and then it kind of just became multiplayer games and like those shooters, the League of Legends. It's
a plague, the AAA plague.
They're everywhere.
Oh boy.
Can we talk about indie games?
Sure thing.
Yes. All right. So, what have you guys been playing, or like?
Oh man.
Look, like we said, we've been in fucking exams.
Oh right, yeah, like
exam study. But every Friday night, fellas, every Friday night, it's Among Us Friday.
Among Us Friday.
And Maxwell.
How many hours did you waste away in like last Friday? Like I remember checking your Steam
right.
and it was like.
All right, so I have
some unholy number.
I have 16 hours on Among Us, right? And that is all condensed into the past 2 weekends. I've played no other games apart from 16 hours of Among Us in like 2 Fridays and Saturdays, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But,
I've played 4.5 hours of Among Us.
Yeah, you don't join the boys. You got to join the boys for Among Us.
I do have to join.
I've played 0 hours of Among Us. I still need to get the game.
I'm gonna we'll probably dive into Among Us more when like Moz is on next week to actually talk about the game, because I know Moz is a big fan of it as well.
Yeah, he loves it.
I'm probably gonna get it after this podcast.
Yes, do it.
Nice.
It's really fun, especially if you're playing with like people you know.
Yeah.
Everyone gets really fucking mad though, and like.
Oh my gosh, the salt is insane. Yeah. Like, dude, I was sitting in the call, right, and like, yeah, Desh, you guess like the wrong person, like right at the end, and then suddenly just like my headset erupts in just like this tsunami of noise and like just curses. I'm like, holy shit, relax.
Everyone was so mad.
Like, you idiot, you retard. And then it's like, oh my, just chill, bro.
Man.
I like when I play the game, I have like an idea for like what sort of playstyle I want to be. I just want to go like full chaotic neutral, and like when I'm not the imposter, I'm just going to act as suspicious as possible and coordinate with the imposters. I'm just kind of I'm excited to kind of be super chaotic neutral. Like there was this other game called like Town in Salem that had this character called like the Gesture or whatever, and it was a similar concept to like in terms of gameplay to Among Us, where it's like you have to vote like someone off, and
there's just like a lot more roles, right?
What?
There's just like a lot more different roles and stuff in it.
Yeah,
just, like,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, we've played it.
Yeah,
Jester is my favorite role.
Yeah, gesture. You just you get the gesture, and you can kind of just play on both sides. You can play against the mafia or with the mafia, and it's so fun. And Among Us doesn't technically have roles like that or a playstyle that really fits that, but I kind of just want to do that because it's pretty fun. It's not the objective to play with the imposters and stuff, but like I want to play that way, and it's gonna be fun.
Mm. Yeah, because the Jester like wins basically when they get voted to get killed, right? Because they're acting like suspicious and it's,
In
yeah,
like
and then
in like Bamboozle.io, it's like the Tanner is like the same thing.
yeah,
If you're trying to get yourself voted, and I feel like I tend to win on like Tanner like a lot of the time. I'm really shit at playing like the Mafia or the Imposters or the Werewolves in any of those social deduction games. Like I'm awful at it. I don't like it either. My favorite role is the Tanner or the Jester because I feel like I'm good at like being mildly suspicious.
yeah, just enough to get like people, like their attention towards you. And then as soon as you just start ramping it up, and then eventually you get voted off, and you go, oh well, look how the turntables, and you can just just fucking kill someone who voted against you. It's like the best reverse feeling.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Man. I reckon I'll talk about social deduction as a mechanic next week too, because I really like it. In the game,
I don't really have too much experience with that. I mean, I think I played that game like Town of Salem, and then like I got super frustrated at one point. I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this game again.
yeah, it really depends on who you're playing it with, right? Like you have to be playing
Yeah.
with a group of people who are, I guess, all on the same page.
Yeah.
Well-
It kind of limits it a bit, but like it helps it too, I guess. It helps starting like trying to find people to play games with in general, I guess, as a and that's kind of good as a multiplayer game. Like multiplayer games are really good for like bringing people together and to play like the same game.
Yeah, and then the thing that's like I find fun about these social deduction games is that you've brought everyone together, right? But then it's like you cannot trust anyone. So you're isolated from everyone, no matter like
yeah.
who they are. And it makes you always like super suspicious of everyone. You kind of
You can never be too sure.
I know that's why I like turning visual tasks off on Among Us, because I think visual tasks are like you can do a task and then if someone sees you do it, they can confirm like that you're
Because
good.
it plays the animation.
It plays an animation, and I like turning those off because I think that defeats the whole purpose, right? Because if those are off, then you have no possible way of knowing, like 100% confirming that people are good. So you spend the whole game just wondering, fuck, who could it possibly be?
And then the salt builds up, and it's all they just release at dash the last possible moment.
Yep.
What are visual tasks? Do they like?
Oh yeah, I tried explaining. It was just like an animation plays when you do the task. So if anyone sees you do it,
that stinks.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah. So if you're like the imposter and you're trying to like fake out doing a task, someone like walks up to you and you're just kind of like staring at the wall. It's like, I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah. No, it sucks.
Acted a bit sus, bro.
There's another really cool thing that we haven't tried yet, but next time we play, I reckon I'd like to do it. But it's like when people get voted off, it doesn't tell you if it was an imposter or not. So it's like you have no idea if the imposter's
That would
actually
be really, really.
Yeah.
I don't think that like as a group we're good enough at this point to like have that enabled, because as soon as we'll enable it, we'll just get swamped unless the person gets caught red-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that would make it like really interesting.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool.
Good.
Because I like that because it makes it like because you as an imposter you can't go like if you get caught like doing something you can't just go full balls on like blaming someone else because they'll vote you and if you're not the imposter they'll just kill the other person. But if you manage to convince them to kill the other person and they get voted off, man, they don't know that that person was innocent, and now they think there's one less imposter, right?
Yeah.
So it opens
Chaotic.
up a lot more deceptive plays for the imposters. Because I feel like at the moment, there's not a lot an imposter can do like socially to clear themselves. They just have to mechanically, like, be lucky in that nobody comes
Yeah,
across
bullshit
them.
and like try to convince people.
Yeah.
Which,
They
yeah, it can all come down to the other people as well.
they have to initiate by like kind of doing stealth kills and stuff, but at the same time they also kind of need to like they also need to try to be like this puppeteer where it's like they're the one that's in the clear all the time, but like they're not really in the clear.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, my conclusion is good game, and I'll definitely be talking about it next week with Moz on here.
Yes.
I'm very happy that this
Fun out
is
of
the
10.
current gaming trend.
It's better than this definitely like took a lot of the gaming platforms by storm. Like there's so many memes about it on Instagram now. It's like taken, it's like swallowed Twitch, dude. Like it's been the top of like Twitch's most viewed for like weeks now. It's like the last time I checked it was like triple Fortnite. Fall Guys is like obsolete already.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
Because they're both like jelly bean themed dudes with colors, so it's like interesting theme going on.
It's
there.
really cool that like there's all these like cool multiplayer games that are coming out that are like mostly indie games. I mean, I think at one point like Fortnite was like an indie game, but like I just think that it's like these lineups are like really great and they're better than like what they used to be. It's like you have your generic shooter here, you have your other shooter here, but like now with Fall Guys and Among Us, you have social deception game, and you have a casual party game, battle royale or whatever, and it's really great. I mean, I've never seen like these sorts of multiplayer games get really popular.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, I hope this really like jumpstarts like a new kind of party game, like deceptive meta for like games and stuff.
Yeah,
that's
I
coming
really
out.
want not like a bigger, because Among Us is just like three dudes, like one programmer and two artists. Want like
It's tiny.
like a party of like a 10, like a fairly decently sized indie team, to like commit to a social deduction game like Among Us, but it's like as a live service, so there's like regular updates and a monetization sort of model to keep it going. Because I don't think the Among Us dudes are actually updating the game anymore.
I think they're overwhelmed by its success in a way.
Yeah, they put out a thing
Oh,
where
yeah,
like
it's
they said they're
gone
gonna make
nuts.
an Among Us too, but they won't be starting for a while. So
So I think they've not only just succeeded on just with Among Us, but they've also succeeded with that Henry Stickmin game.
oh, is this that same people?
Same people, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh right.
Yeah. I think it's really cool that like that Flash game from like so many years ago, it got a remaster, and then it kind of just like it like blew up.
I remember playing this like the Flash game in primary school.
And it's awesome how they like how that the new Henry Stickmin game, it handles like alternate universes or something. You can select, okay, I in the past I aligned with the Hat Group and I got betrayed and now I'm going to get vengeance, or it's like, no, I broke out of the prison and I rescued Ellie and I worked with the government.
Yeah.
And you just like have all these different sort of like storylines that are kind of just really spread out everywhere, and I just love how they also handle just like all the fun like animations and items and stuff. Like it's really fun and satisfying.
It's just charming.
It's like an animated choose your own adventure book, but every like 90 endings or whatever lead to you just dying violently, but it's really funny.
Yeah, those games, that would be fun to like develop. Like I can just imagine like the pre-development phase, and just like, all right, and now this happens if you
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I wonder how they do that if they have like a big like flow chart and like going from like.
Yeah,
each
no,
of the
I'm just
things.
picturing like this huge fuck off whiteboard with like all these like different trees and stuff.
Yeah,
Rad.
that's fun.
This has been going on for a while. I reckon we can start to wrap it up. I assume there's like plenty of stuff that we can still talk about, Drew. So maybe
Yeah,
in
there's-
maybe in like a month or two or a couple of weeks. I don't know. Whenever, if you ever wanted to come back on again, would
Yeah,
be happy
I'd
to
like
have you.
to. I'd like to
yeah.
come back. I mean, this was a good podcast, but I think there was still more that could have been explored and stuff.
Yeah, I know. So keep
That's
that
why you
for
should
the
come
next
back.
one. Yeah. But that was definitely a good introduction. So viewers expect to see more of Drew67% symbol in the future.
His full name.
I kind of want to change the percent to something else. I don't know what. Oh,
Dollar sign. Pound sign. Asterisk.
Hmm.
Ampersand.
I generally just want to change
That's a
my like profile up a bit. I mean, that's kind of like my own art in some way.
Drew68 confirmed.
No,
Yeah,
no.
Drew68.
The 67, the 67's there to stay.
67.5.
Maybe. I think decibels are cool. Maybe something could work out.
Yeah.
I need a new profile picture though.
Oh, Maxwell.
Hey, hey. I have a $5. You can check that out. Actually, that's a good plug as well. It's in the description probably as well.
Can I
So,
plug some of my stuff?
Yes,
yeah,
for
sure.
sure. We'll wrap up now, and because we don't have mods for meme of the week, so we'll wrap up now and we'll plug socials. So Drew, you can take it away. to
No
start
meme
off
of the week. Oh no.
So all right. I have a Twitter at TwoFlower, like that's TOOFLOUR.
Yeah,
I,
I'll chuck all the links in the description. So
I post art from time to time, and I come across some weird things sometimes, and I post that stuff. It's like one time I found a mantis, and it looked really cool.
you just
And,
stick bugged.
Yeah, and yeah, and I also have a Discord server called Soup Chums, where we talk about indie games from time to time. We do memes or something, and creative endeavors, whatnot. And
I didn't know that. Send me an invite, bros.
oh yeah, hang
Yeah,
on.
I'll put that link in the description as well.
All right, I'll set this unlimited. Yeah, and yep, I'm gonna post it in the VC text.
Right.
There.
Sweet.
So I also last one. I have a YouTube channel. Well, I have a few of them, but like let's just go with the one. I post a indie game rips channel where I post like soundtracks and stuff, high quality video game rips, some really nice sounds and all that. And
Nice.
yeah, it's called Dandy Feller. That's it.
Pog. All right, Maxwell, you want to do the?
Alrighty. Thanks very much for listening, everyone. This has been episode 20. If you want to, check out more of Dash and I's stuff, we have all of our links in the description too. So we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram,
Yep.
we have a Discord server,
Yep.
and on all those we do a lot of community events, mainly like creative focused.
Yep.
And like discursive things. So be sure to check that out. Every month we have art/music events where you can win money from. You can get Steam credit or Discord Nitro like credit, I guess. So that's cool. Enter that. It's like free money if you win. You got to do it like a cool little artwork, and yeah, make bank. So that's all that's in the description. Yeah, if you want to check out more of our stuff, subscribe, check out our devlogs and other podcast episodes if this is your first one. And yeah, I think that is it. Did I miss anything?
All right,
You plugged your stuff way better than I did.
I mean, he does. Max has got the.
I've done it like 11 times. or
Yeah,
something, I
you're
don't know.
like you're doing this professionally and stuff.
Go Maxwell, Maxi.
Yahoo!
All right,
I got the big Yeti mic.
Yep. All right, that's me
Man.
signing off. Catch you all.
All right, thank you very much. Catch you all later.
See ya.